Hello everyone, this week's review, I'm gonna go through it a little faster than last time, so to keep the video short and to keep you guys focused. Thing I want to do is to go to the setups and explain why things happened or did not happen, or whatever. So it's educational. That's my goal. I pointed out last week that I was thinking that we would see a trend line break in Volkswagen, which would give us a very nice setup all the way back up here, which could have been a 10-point move. And these kinds of moves are moves that will give you your could give you your monthly target. 10 points is a lot in a stock like this. It didn't happen. Price got in a couple of times. I think when we show it on the 4-hour chart, yes, we see those wicks. So price touched these trend lines and then turned around again. Price fell. We had a couple of days in the stock market where were down days overall. So it was not that good of a sentiment. We also have this pin bar in, of course, that shows us that price does not want to be here either. So I've entered, to be honest. I've entered around here because 1, 2, 3 times we came in this area, which gives me a sign. Also, there was at the time there was some divergence. There is still divergence, although it changed a little bit, but this is still pretty obvious divergence. 1, 2, the second one got higher, and the third one is also higher than the lows we saw over here. So it looks like momentum to the downside is fading a little bit. It didn't happen last week. Still on my watch list. Still looking for this one to break. This one to happen in the next week. Only thing I will change about this setup is the moment where it will happen. Watch the trend line, of course, and also watch this this area, because I want to see a break of the trend line and a break of this resistance, so that we really get some things on our list why we should take this trade. One more thing I always want to look at: this market has obviously came into a correction. This is a very important area where we have been struggling for a couple of weeks now. I want to put in a Fibonacci to see. I pointed out Fibonacci first time like this, but since the price came down all the way to this area, that would have meant a 100% retracement, and we are actually in a almost in a switch from an up to a downtrend. So when I change this one over here, we are at a 61.8 retracement. So tomato tomato. Should I put this fib over here, or should I put it over here? We can debate about that, but for now, still feeling this trade and trading it to the upside. But I think we might get an entry next week. Same thing. I'm gonna jump to the US stock market. Same thing went for IBM. I was trading this as well, and I pointed it out last week, one of the hot picks. I thought that this level was gonna break. Well, I was actually right, but price wasn't ready to move up there, so we saw a false breakout. I think when we put it in the daily chart, you can see a pin bar. That's exactly what we see here. So price broke the trend line, fell back with a convincing pin bar that shows us price doesn't want to be here, and a big red body. So this means that the bears are pushing price lower. Pretty convincing. There is some room still left in this retracement, so we're at the 61.8, but there are other levels to go through. Just go back to the 4-hour chart. This same thing as Volkswagen. It kind of looks the same. We are, if this was a clear break, if this retest of this trend line would have held, then we've got a would have had a nice entry. I'm gonna remove this for now. Let's not make it any complicated. Also here we see divergence, of course. So things are happening. Not really convincing divergence, but things are happening. I'm watching this one very closely. I want to see like the same thing I wanted to see last week. I want to see a clear break of this trend line. After that, the retest needs to hold instead of push through like this. This is a huge move. And when the trend line holds, I also want to see a break of this level, because for some reason last time this level was quite a this was a level where price got turned around. So we need a break of the trend line and a break of this previous high to see this move still happening, but no reason to doubt it just yet. Good setups, they take time. You know, I'm trading the 4-hour chart and higher. You can trade this one up, down. You can trade it every way, but depends on the time frame you're trading. To me, this is a very nice setup to be watching right now, because when you can enter this one, same for IBM, same for Volkswagen, enter here, let it ride a couple of weeks, and you got a huge profit around the 182. It's a 10-point move. So that being said, Shopify, I trade this one every week, as you guys may know by now. Shopify in fact came back to this trend line once again and is now you know, I hope there are some bulls who are seeing the same thing as me, and we are stacking up some nice long positions over here. So next week we can move away from this trend line again. Watch this previous low, of course. Once price does break and we break this support, then we are in for a bigger correction. If not, like I predicted, a test of the trend line, or from the trend line off, we would be going. That's exactly what appears to be happening right now. Nice move, nice swing trade. I really like this one this year. So that's for the stocks. Let me switch to the currencies, where the Australian, where is it? Australian US, no, the Australian New Zealand. That's the one. This one. Let's go to the daily chart to get the picture clear. A couple of weeks ago, this demand zone got broken. Been trading within this range for quite some time, so I think not a lot of people expected that. Price moved up and then has been fallen back into resistance. We see over here that it touched the demand zone once again and moved away pretty convincing. So this pin bar tells us price that there were a lot of bulls, a lot of buyers already waiting in this zone. So we can go for another move up, probably. I'll be watching this next week. This is interesting. Maybe a retest of this area will give us some confirmation on this move. And then the one I traded again this week, which I'm starting to like more and more, is the euro against the Swiss franc. Now let me tell you why I like this one. It's moving within a downward range. That's pretty obvious. When we switch to the 4-hour chart, we can see what happened this year, especially this year. Actually, price made a short visit above this channel. It made a short visit below this channel, as you can see here, but also been trading for a very long time in a channel, and that is, for a range trade like this, is exactly what I'm looking for. I like these kinds of setups. Why? Because I am willing to go long just down here. This is exactly what I did around this area, and I like to exit just a little higher. I trade this one from my phone, of course, where you also have your MetaTrader accounts, and I think I draw this through this trend line, this inner trend line, which is important to watch. Funny thing, I pointed out, if this one moves up, I'm going short from the upper side of this declining channel. If this one goes low, I would go long. Of course, this is the trend line that we have to watch. You see those pin bars over here as well. So this one is still within this range that has been trading for quite some time now. I really like this one, and I'm gonna trade it next week again, because price just fell in this low again. So I am considering, depending on what we'll see Monday on price action, but if we see this one making a move or making a pattern that this one will move up. You see this bear and this bearish and bullish bar. When we move to the daily chart, you see this pin bar and another pin bar and another pin bar. These are exactly the things I pointed out last week. I told you guys something about dojis. I told you guys something about bullish engulfing patterns, bearish engulfing, and the pin bars as well. Well, this is a great example of a pin bar. Price went through and fell back right again. Yeah, it's also all these pin bars down here gives me a sign that once price touches this area, it's willing to go up. Let's go back to the 4-hour. One of the better trades. I like this. I have 2 setups in a week. Enter long, exit my positions. Go short, exit my positions. 1, 2 just happened. So depending how you trade. Let's say you trade. You wanna make $1,000 in a move like this within the range. Then it's classic textbook range trading. Enter around here, take your 1,000, switch the position around, go short, and you got another 1,000. 2,000 next week, same story. We'll start the week with potential long position. Enter, take your 1,000, exit, switch around. I'll always see what happens. Price first needs to move before you go short or you go long again. In this scenario, go short and then take your profits. So there were some nice moves. Not that Volkswagen, IBM. I thought maybe we were seeing some nice entries already. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Same watch list. Let's continue next week. Tomorrow I'll do my review, my weekly analysis. This is of course my review, and let's see what next week will bring us. But Euro, Swiss franc will definitely be on there. Good luck and happy trading.